Hey, so tonight's oil education is all around improving sleep naturally with the help of essential oils. And we've had a few people already comment before we started recording. Some of the situations that for the people that are on the call, is snoring, which is a popular topic and can be disruptive. So I'll bring that in, even though it's not in the presentation. So sleeping a couple of hours through the night and then waking, whether that's because of noise or feeling uncomfortable. If there's anything else for the people that are in the Zoom room, if anything else comes to you that you want to make sure that I bring in, then just type it into the chat as we go, and I'll either answer them as it comes up, or I will come back to it at the end. So I'm just going to open the chat box so I can see it. There we go. So tonight's talk, we're really going to look at sleep and explain to you the key principles of how we sleep. Because I think sometimes if we can understand that, then we're one jump ahead. Because you can get into this scenario where you're not sleeping and you're almost dreading going to bed. And then you've got the whole mindset around sleep being as one that's quite negative. So we're going to talk about the principles of sleep. We're going to identify some top tips for improving sleep. I'm going to introduce you to essential oils and how you can use them to improve your sleep. And for those of you that are watching this that aren't part of our oil community already, I will talk to you at the end as well about how you can get some of these oils if they speak to you tonight. So the sleep cycles, there are actually 5 different cycles of sleep that we go through. The first one, stage 1, this is the non-REM sleep, and it happens when you begin to fall asleep. And it generally only lasts a few minutes. So during that stage, that's when everything starts to slow down. Your heartbeat slows down, your breathing slows down, your muscles begin to relax, and you produce alpha and theta brainwaves. The next stage is stage 2, which is still non-REM sleep, and it's a period of light sleep before you enter into that deeper sleep. This generally lasts about 25 minutes. So during this stage, your heartbeat and your breathing is slowing down further. This is where there's no eye movements at all. Your body temperature can drop and brain waves can spike up and down, producing what they call sleep spindles. The final stages of non-REM sleep are the deepest sleep stages. So that's stage 3 and 4. And they're known as a slow wave or delta sleep. And your body performs a variety of important health promoting tasks in these final non-REM stages of sleep. So during this stage, if you get into there, this is where waking you up can be quite difficult because you're in that deep sleep. Your heartbeat and breathing are at their slowest. There's still no eye movements, but your body is fully relaxed. The delta brain waves are present. And this is where your body goes into healing and repair. So there's tissue repair and growth and cell regeneration. So this is where your immune system kicks in and really starts to strengthen. Stage 5 is your REM sleep, rapid eye movement. And this stage generally occurs about 90 minutes after you fall asleep. And it's the primary dreaming stage of sleep. So REM sleep lasts roughly 10 minutes the first time, but it increases with each REM cycle. And the final cycle of REM sleep usually lasts for roughly 60 minutes. During this stage, that's where the eye movement can become quite rapid. Your breathing and heart rate can increase. Your muscles can become temporarily paralyzed, but twitches can occur. Brain activity is increased. So when you fall asleep at night, you cycle through all of these stages of sleep multiple times, roughly every 90 minutes or so. Now, if you're waking up if you're like, we had a comment that I get 2 to 3 hours sleep a night and then I'm waking up, or I'm uncomfortable, so I'm waking up. If you're not getting into that deep level of sleep, stage 4 and 5, then that's why you're waking up feeling really bad, because you haven't managed to get into the level of sleep that you need for tissue growth, repair, for things that have happened during the day, for your brain to just process them. So that's why we get a lot of anxiety as well when we're not getting that deep level of sleep, because the brain isn't managing to process all the emotions from the day before. So everything just builds up on top. So it is really important that we look at ways that we can support ourselves to get into that nice deep level of sleep. Now, you might have heard of the circadian rhythm, which is often referred to as the body clock. The circadian rhythm is a cycle that tells our bodies when to sleep, when to rise, and when to eat. And these are our physical, mental, and behavioral changes that follow a 24-hour cycle. So it's like your internal body clock. And it can be affected by environmental cues like sunlight and temperature. Something else within the sleep health is adenosine, which is a chemical that exists naturally in all of the cells of the body that signals to you that you're tired and causes you to want to go to sleep. This is often called sleep pressure or just feeling tired. Adenosine is what causes us to have that sleepy feeling, and it rises consistently through the day, gradually making you feel more tired as it comes up to bedtime. And then sleeping depletes the adenosine so that you wake up again with a lower level as your circadian rhythm kicks in again in the morning. Melatonin is a hormone that occurs naturally in your body that controls your sleep patterns and maintains your circadian rhythm. So you could be thinking about foods that you eat that contain magnesium. So foods like almonds, avocados, shrimp, spinach. These are great for relaxing your muscles and keeping your cortisol levels, your stress hormone, in check. It also helps to regulate your blood pressure. Other things you can do are get outdoors. It takes a few minutes in the sun to start seeing the benefits. So exposing your eyes to bright light when you wake up can help you to produce more melatonin later at night when you need it most. So one of the things I actually like to do is sleep with my curtains open, or at least open a bit, so that when the natural daylight comes in, then it hits my receptors and then I start to wake up naturally, rather than if I sleep in a completely dark room, I will wake up feeling really groggy because my body hasn't started to kick in with the hormones that it needs. After dinner sweets, tropical fruits like pineapples, oranges, and bananas are also a great source of natural melatonin within 2 hours of eating them. Now, some people say it's all in the genetics. Circadian rhythms will vary from person to person, depending on when they naturally wake up and have maximum energy. So the idea of morning people and night owls is actually real. And when sleep kicks in can depend on your genetics. So we looked at why would humans evolve with this variation? And evolutionary, having a mixture of morning people and night owls would allow a population to reduce its vulnerability in the nighttime to a shorter period of time. But of course, we don't live in that sort of vulnerability now. In modern times, the night owls often suffer as early work time forces the night owls to sleep and wake earlier than they would naturally prefer, reducing performance in the morning. By the time night owls peak in the afternoon, the workday is already ended. So you might be genetically predisposed to your sleep patterns as well. So a way to strengthen your circadian rhythm is a protein-rich breakfast. Protein will give you the strength and energy to get on with your day. Get some sun during the day. Vitamin D straight from the sun is important for your physical and mental health. Exercise daily, raising your body's core temperature, doing cardio can help you to sleep better at night. Lower your stress levels, and that's where essential oils can come in. No Wi-Fi before bed. The light from the screen will throw off your circadian rhythm and keep you awake. And then set a bedtime. Always go to bed if you can at the same time every night. And that gets yourself used to sleeping at the right time for you. Be comfortable, keeping your bedroom cool and clutter-free. So it's a nice space for you to go in. And sleeping in darkness, so you can go to sleep when it's nice and dark, but I still like the natural light to wake me up, to kickstart me in the morning. So where do essential oils come into this? I think they can help in two ways. They can be calming and soothing for bedtime. They can help with anxiety levels during the day. They can be uplifting if you're feeling really tired. Or you could bring in the sedative oils to help increase that sleepy feeling. So, depending on what you need it for, we would use a different oil. Now, for those that are brand new, there's three ways we can use essential oils. We can use them aromatically. So that's when we're breathing the essential oil in. Now, that could be putting a drop on your hands, rubbing your hands together, bringing your hands up to your face, and taking a few deep breaths. Or it could be having them diffusing in a diffuser around the home. These days, we don't recommend the little ceramic with a tea light underneath for burning, we used to call it, essential oils, just because the heat from the candle can change the chemical composition of the oil. But the diffusers that we can buy now are really safe to use. You fill them up with water, you add your drops of essential oil and turn it on. When that water has gone, it will switch off. So it's really safe for you to put it on in the evening and leave it going while you sleep. You can also, they have a lot of them have timers on, so you can set the timer to how many hours you want it to go on. Now, when we breathe in the oil, it's being taken into the limbic part of the brain. From there, it signals the body to release the hormones that you need. So within seconds of breathing in an oil, there's a chemical change occurring. So you can bring in these calming, sedative oils that we're going to talk about some today, and they will help the body to produce the hormones that you need to calm you down, ready for sleep. If you haven't had a very good night's sleep and you wake up feeling tired, then you can still breathe in an oil like peppermint, and peppermint really wakes you up. So you could put a drop of peppermint on your hands and breathe it in, and that will kickstart all the hormones that are more energizing. But aromatic use is a really good way to support the mood as well. Stress and anxiety, I think, can play a big role in not sleeping right. And like I said, I think a few minutes ago, it's when you sleep, when you're in that deep level of sleep, that's when your brain processes the emotions for the day. And if you're not getting that amount of sleep at night, then you're just not naturally processing those emotions. So they start building up, and then suddenly everything that happens is too much to handle. So that's why getting a good night's sleep is important. But this is where I think essential oils play a part as well, because as you're breathing them in, they're being taken into that part of the brain and they're helping the brain to sort out what it needs to sort out. They're flooding the body with the calming hormones. So it really helps to balance that part of the body. Topically, this is where we apply them topically to an area. We always mix it with a carrier oil, which is a vegetable-based oil to carry and hold the essential oil on the skin. If you use essential oils neat over a long period of time, you can develop a sensitivity to them. Whereas if you use it with a carrier oil, it will give you a little bit of protection to the skin. But it also means that the essential oil will work for longer because it holds the oil in place, whereas neat, it flashes off into the oxygen. So it's better for you and they work better if you mix it with some sort of carrier oil, which is any vegetable-based oil. Now, the third way we can use essential oils with doTERRA is internally, and it's not all doTERRA oils. It is just the ones that have been certified as safe for internal use. An easy way to think of it is if I can eat the fruit, for example, then we can use the essential oil internally. With doTERRA as well, you can just type into a search engine, doTERRA, the name of the oil, and then the letters PIP for product information page, and then it will bring up a sheet of paper which tells you how those oils can be used. So internally, and the reason we can use doTERRA's oils internally is because of the testing that they go through to certify that they're 100% pure. So then there's nothing else added into them, whereas a lot of other companies will dilute the oils with something else, and that's why it says if on a lemon bottle, for example, do not use it internally because there could be something else in there. So if you haven't got the doTERRA oils, then please don't use them internally because it might not be safe to do so. But internally is a way that we can use some of the oils that I'm going to talk to you about tonight. So doTERRA put together this limited time sleep and calm kit. And for me, these are my top sleep oils. So the first one is brand new actually to the European market, is a Serenity stick with valerian. So this is combining the Serenity blend of oils, which is cedarwood, lavender, ylang ylang, coriander, marjoram, Roman chamomile, vetiver, sandalwood, tonka bean, with valerian root. Now I've got some information for you. Basically, they put all the sleep oils into one bottle. So I looked at some trials around these oils, and valerian comes up quite a lot. There was a randomized clinical trial that the quality and quantity of sleep was improved with ICU patients by applying a 2.5 dilution of valerian oil to 3 acupressure points on the body. So you've got 2 on the wrist and then 1 on the bottom of the feet. Now, the way they did it was to apply the oil and then stimulate the point. So it was 5 seconds of pressure and then release for 1 second. And they did that continuously for about 3 minutes at each point for the trial. Now, I'm thinking these are all places that we recommend that you use your oils to help with sleep. Here on the forearm, you've got meridians that take the oils directly to the heart. So they work really well on an emotional level. The bottom of the feet, we always talk about there being lovely big pores on the bottom of the feet to draw the oils in quickly. So I can see how that ties in with the points that they were using in that trial. And these are the places where I'd recommend that you use your sleep oils. So you're going to put them on the bottom of the feet, put some on your wrist, and then breathe them in so you get that emotional support. Some more research. The volatile components of valerian directly act on the amygdaloid body and inhibit the breakdown of GABA by enzymes, which can cause a deeply relaxed state. So the amygdala serves to alert the body of danger and can go into overdrive, releasing noradrenaline in sleep-deprived individuals. So this is what I was talking about earlier, about how you're breathing the oils in and it's helping that part of the brain to release what it needs to release so you can get the calming hormones coming through. Another study was a preclinical model of insomnia found ingestion of valerian essential oil relieves insomnia and increases sleep duration. It was also determined that beta-caryophyllene in the oil attaches to serotonin receptors and activates pathways that increase serotonin and GABA, which could relieve anxiety and insomnia. So this is just looking at the research that's being done on these oils and what they're finding out. There was a clinical study on neurotransmitter levels in people with dementia. They found that lavender significantly decreased urinary free cortisol, which gave a sign of decreased stress. The valerian significantly increased serotonin, supporting mood and healthy sleep patterns, and promoted a better night's sleep. And they found Roman chamomile significantly increased urinary norepinephrine, I can't say that word, involved in a healthy sleep-wake cycle. The highest levels of serotonin were achieved with a 2-2-1 blend of valerian, lavender, and Roman chamomile, which I found quite interesting because if we go back to our Serenity stick, if you think there, we've got lavender, we've got valerian, we've got Roman chamomile. So these results we were getting from the study have been put into this stick. We've also got cedarwood. Cedarwood is a really calming, grounding oil. We've got ylang ylang for a positive, uplifting atmosphere, coriander to create a relaxing atmosphere, marjoram, a joyful aroma, promotes positive environment. We've got vetiver, which is also really calming and grounding, sandalwood for that sweet, woody, grounding aroma, tonka bean for an atmosphere that brings a sense of calm, encourages relaxation, and promotes a healthy sleep cycle, and vanilla found to be calming and uplifting. So combining those with the valerian, the Roman chamomile, the lavender, these are all oils that we know through research that will really help you to sleep, and they've been put together in one stick. So when you take the lid off, you can just rub it straight onto the skin. So it's all about soothing and calming. This is your nighttime oil. It calms the nervous system. It's free for any parabens, phthalates, and synthetic fragrances. It's totally 100% pure essential oils. And it is all about encouraging restful sleep. I would also say if you do suffer from anxiety, then you can use this blend during the day just to bring your stress levels down. But it comes into its own at night time. And you'd be putting it on the bottom of the feet. Remember that point that we saw in that study, but put it all over the bottom of the feet, pop it onto your arms, rub it together, and then just breathe it in. Now, another oil that's good for sleep is copaiba. Now, we talk about copaiba a lot for pain relief. It works on the same receptors in the brain as CBD oil, and they found that it's really good for things like pain and anxiety. But also, we found that sleep is another one where it comes in. And you can get it as an oil, like in the picture there, or you can get it as a soft gel. The soft gel just has 4 drops of the copaiba essential oil in there. So if you've got the essential oil, you could put a couple of drops straight under the tongue, or you could make up a veggie capsule and you could put 2 to 4 drops in the veggie capsule as well. I use copaiba a lot if I'm feeling very anxious about doing something, and I just put it straight under the tongue, and it's the quickest I found oil-wise just to get me out of that state of anxiety. It encourages, emotional support, encourages purposeful existence as well as a sense of worthiness, clarity. And when you need to connect with yourself and offer forgiveness, copaiba will be your go-to oil. If you want to use it topically, then you could mix it with a carrier oil and just pop some over your heart or your sacral chakra, just under your ribs, on your forehead, or even on the crown or the back of the neck. So it's a really calming oil that can be used internally, straight under the tongue, so it gets straight into the bloodstream. If you don't like the taste of it, pop it in a veggie capsule, but it can also be used topically as well. So this one's also one that I would use alongside the Serenity stick. The 10 ways you can use copaiba. You could diffuse it with lavender to promote your restful night's sleep. You can gargle with it to freshen the breath and promote oral cleanliness. Apply it with a carrier oil and rub onto stressed skin for restorative benefits. I use copaiba actually a lot as well with any itchy skin conditions. I use it with lavender for that. You can take it in a veggie capsule to help soothe the nervous system. You can diffuse it to support the respiratory system. Massage over the abdomen to support occasional digestive issues. Massage it into the desired areas to soothe sore, tired muscles. Add a couple of drops to water, juice, or tea, and it will support healthy cardiovascular, immune, digestive, nervous, and respiratory function. Blends well with On Guard, which is our immune boosting blend, frankincense, rosemary, lavender, and black spruce. Now, lavender had to be in our sleep bundle because lavender is very calming and it helps to bring a sense of, it's a sedative oil, so it can help to calm you down, ready for sleep. I think of lavender as calming for the mind, calming for the skin. So for emotional support, you would inhale it from your hands or have it going in the diffuser. You can make a room spray by adding some of the essential oil to a bottle of water and then just spraying it over the pillow, over the bedding. Or give yourself a nice warm bath with some Epsom salts and pop some lavender in. You can take this lavender internally if it's the doTERRA one. So you could put a few drops in a nice chamomile tea or water, just to help reduce those anxious feelings and promote more peaceful sleep. Remember, you've got the bottom of the feet. This is a really good place to put the oils at bedtime. You could just put a few drops straight onto your pillow. And as I say, soothing for the skin. So any sort of itchy, irritated areas of skin, lavender comes in. So the last one, I think, in that sleep kit is adaptive, and they've given us to us in a roller, so it's all ready to use. Now, adaptive really comes in for me with the anxiety that you might be feeling during the day, which is then playing on your mind as you're going into sleep at bedtime. So adaptive is a combination of lavender, magnolia, and neroli, really calming. But you've also got some wild orange and spearmint, which is energizing and uplifting, and copaiba and rosemary to help with those heightened feelings. Now with this, I use it as a perfume actually, and I just rub it on the arms, breathe it in. You can use it as to massage any areas of tension and relieve fatigue. Inhale and apply it to pulse points before a stressful meeting. Use it to help bring feelings of balance. Can use it with an unscented body lotion. You could put it on to the bottom of your feet before bed, and wrists and temples whenever you feel the need to gain composure quickly. So this is a blend. It's called Adaptive. It was put together and thought about for oils that will help us to adapt to any stressful situations. So this one I definitely use during the day, but you could use it in the evening as well. Now, wild orange, I've put wild orange in there. Although wild orange is uplifting, it's really good for taking away too many thoughts. So if you're struggling with sleep because you've got too much racing around your head, then wild orange can be a really good one to use. And I would just put a little drop on my hand and hold it here over the third eye. And as you're holding it there, you're breathing it in. And it just helps you, like I say, to get rid of that overthinking that you might be getting into. During the day, it's quite uplifting. You could put a drop in your water and drink it. It's full of antioxidants, so it helps clean you out on a cellular level. So you could put it in your water, you can add it to your smoothie. You can clean with wild orange. You can apply it to leather and wood to help preserve. You can diffuse it with peppermint to help wake you up. Wild orange and peppermint, I call it my energy and focus blend. Inhale it just from your hands for an energy boost, but also it takes away things like fear, nerves, and worry. So I would use it for that as well, just breathing it in. Or you can diffuse it with frankincense at night, or wild orange or lavender, just to help calm that racing mind. Now, the other thing I quickly put in before we started the presentation was the Serenity soft gels. And I've added this to the presentation because remember at the beginning, I was talking about the stages of sleep. Well, I find that the Serenity soft gels help me get in to that stage 4 and 5 of sleep. So even if I'm having maybe only 4 or 5 hours sleep, I'm waking up after those 4 or 5 hours feeling really refreshed. And that's because my body's got deep enough to go through that healing stage of sleep. So I wanted to introduce you to these as well. They have lavender essential oil, but they've also got some other botanicals which are well known to help with sleep. So you've got L-theanine, lemon balm, passion flower, and chamomile. So you could take 2 of those at bedtime as well. So you have got the rub that we talked about with the added valerian. That's going to be really powerful. If that's not enough on its own, then you've got the soft gels as well that you can take. So I'll put together a little sleep application in 3 easy steps, really. Step 1, a couple of drops of copaiba under the tongue or in a veggie capsule 30 minutes before bed. You've got your Serenity stick, your lavender and your wild orange. You can apply those to the wrists and to the bottom of the feet at bedtime. Have some calming oils diffusing in the bedroom. So there's a blend called Serenity, or you could use lavender and wild orange. And then step 4, adaptive. That's more if you're feeling quite anxious about sleeping, then you could put it on at bedtime, but I'd also have it in the bag throughout the day so that if those anxious feelings start to come on, you can put the adaptive straight on. So what I'd like to do now, I'm just going to check the chat. Yeah, so Wendy was saying waking up after a few hours with racing thoughts. So I would have the wild orange, the lavender, have them in the bedroom. So if you are waking up, you could put some on your hands and just breathe it in. And hopefully that will help just to relax the mind enough for you to drop back in. But I can't wait to try the valerian and Serenity stick. Mine hasn't arrived yet, so I haven't tried it. So all I've got to go on is the Serenity soft gels. But maybe once I try the stick, then that will be enough on its own as well. So I'm going to take you through a little sleep meditation now, which I will be recording separately so that you'll get a link for this so you can listen to it on its own. But I thought it might be quite nice while we're all on together just to take you through this meditation. So if you've got some essential oils like lavender or wild orange, go and grab them because I'm going to get you to put the oils on. Now, if you haven't got those handy, we are going to call in the essence of the oils. So you will still feel the effects. But if you've got some handy, even if you haven't got those, a nice calming, grounding oil. And what I'm going to get you to do is to just put, if you're working with lavender and orange, just put 1 drop of each in the palm of your hands. If you've got sensitive skin, you could add a little drop of coconut oil to there. Whatever oil you're using, just pop some on your hands now. And then just rub your hands together. And rubbing the hands together just gets those molecules jumping around. And then when you're ready, just bring your hands up to your face and take a few deep breaths. And if you don't have any oils right now, don't worry. We're going to call in the essence of the oils so you can feel their effects. So just gently closing down your eyes, breathing in your oils if you've got them there. We're going to call in now the essence of lavender and wild orange as you settle into your comfortable sleep space. And if you've got the oils on your hands, just having your hands close to your nose so you can breathe them in. And focusing on your breathing now, just inhaling deeply, allowing the oils to fill your lungs. And then exhale slowly, releasing any tension or worries along with the breath. And as you breathe, just imagine there's a soft, calming light coming down and surrounding you, creating a cocoon of serenity around you. And just visualizing this light gently enveloping you, offering a sense of safety and calm. As you bring your awareness to the soothing aroma of your oils. First, the lavender. So let's just tune in now to the essence of lavender. As you picture a field of lavenders in full bloom, their scent just wafting through the air. Inhaling deeply, just letting its fragrance wrap around you like a gentle embrace. As you feel its peaceful energy flowing through your body, relaxing every muscle, easing your mind. And as you continue to breathe deeply, just become aware of the roots from the lavender plant that are reaching down into the earth, anchoring you to the present moment. You're inhaling the aroma of your oils, whichever oils you're using, just allowing their stabilizing energy to flow through you. Feeling any restlessness or racing thoughts just melting away with every breath. And being replaced by a sense of calm and centeredness. As we now call in and tune into the wild orange, just become aware of its vibrant, uplifting energy. And if you're not using this oil, we're just calling in its essence so you can still feel its effects. Maybe visualize a ripe, juicy orange sitting in your hand. Its zest releasing a burst of invigorating fragrance. As you inhale deeply, absorbing its revitalizing aroma. Just let its joyful and uplifting qualities fill your being, replacing any lingering thoughts or stress with a renewed sense of positivity and lightness. And as the combined energies of lavender and wild orange surround you, each breath you take carries you deeper and deeper into relaxation. And with every exhale, you easily release any tension or worries that may have lingered. Feel your body becoming heavier and more at ease. Sinking into a state of deep relaxation. As you allow yourself to fully embrace this moment of serenity, knowing that you're safe, you're supported, you're well. And as you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, just repeat the following affirmation to yourself. I'm surrounded by calming energy. I release all thoughts that no longer serve me. I embrace tranquility and welcome a peaceful night's sleep. Just let these words resonate within you, like ripples of calm spreading through your being. Feeling your mind becoming quieter, your body becoming relaxed, and your spirit more at peace. Just take a few moments to bask in this soothing embrace of lavender and wild orange. And if you want to, you could just drift off now into a peaceful, deep sleep. But if you want to come back when you're ready, gently begin to bring your awareness back to the present moment. Take a few deep breaths. Wiggle your fingers and toes, allowing yourself to gradually awaken. And as you open your eyes, carry this sense of calm and tranquility with you into your sleep tonight. Trust that the gentle energies of these beautiful essential oils will guide you to a restful slumber where you can embrace the beauty of deep, rejuvenating sleep. Hopefully you're back with me now, those of you that have come back. Just to finish by saying that the Calm and Sleep Kit, as I'm calling it, is a limited time offer that's available. At retail, it'd be £132. Most of you in the group have got a wholesale account, so you'll be able to buy it on your account. It's been reduced to £99.50, and I think it's called the doTERRA Calm Kit. Now, if you do not have an account yet, For non-account holders, it would be £123.50, and that will include a wholesale account, which gives you a 25% discount for 12 months and entry into our oil education group, where we do things like this every week. There'll be something for you to tap into. But we've also got lots of online programs, and we've got an archive of continued education that you get immediate access to. And as a special offer for non-account holders, there is an offer on this month that you would get a free bottle of wild orange with that as well. So just let us know if that's something you'd like to do. Whoever sent you this video, then just reach out to them, because there's a special code that we'd need to put on to get you the free oil. So just reach out to us and let us know that that's something you'd like to do, and we can get that set up for you. But for those of you that are already in our oil community, you can get it on your account. And the best way to get it is actually just to do it as an LRP order, which is a monthly order, but you're not tied into that. So if you did an order this month as LRP, Loyalty Rewards Program, and you didn't want anything next month, it's really easy to cancel it. But that way you'll earn points, and you can use those points to get free oils next month. Okay, I'm going to come back into the Zoom room now. So I'm going to stop sharing and see if anyone's awake and with me. I think one of the things I didn't mention actually was what we were speaking about at the beginning is snoring, sharing your bed with someone who snores. Now, I would be using those calming oils on me that I've talked about today, but I would also use, we've got a blend called Air, which has got oils in there that are really good for opening the airways and helping people not to snore so much. Now, you can put it actually neat on the big toe. And the big toe in reflexology does represent the head. So I can see why it would sort of open up all of this area here. So I had to try it to believe it, but that's what we did on my husband's big toe, and he stopped snoring. And if we didn't do it, he snored. So I thought this blend's amazing. Other oils would be like eucalyptus. But I think there is eucalyptus in the Air blend, and so that's the one I tend to go for. You could also have that diffusing in the room as well, so that they're breathing that in the whole time. And then hopefully stopping them snoring too much, plus those oils that you're using on you to help you to sleep. The combination be really good. Does anyone want to ask me anything while we're still recording? Feel free to unmute and ask away. Your questions will probably help someone else. Still quiet now. Okay, I'm going to stop recording. So I'm going to say goodbye to everyone that's watching the replay. Stop.